wonder if I maybe go a little bit forward, Rob, so I'm just going to move a little bit. It's not bad. Try and get some of these sticks out the way, but let's see what they do. The little calf seems to be very shy. Maybe it's a little bit camera shy still, or not keen on us seeing it. It's again behind the adults there. We'll sit here for a while. I'm sure we'll get a good look at it. Also the fact that they're so comfortable with us that we can quietly spend time here. There's not much going on. A little bit of a breeze blowing from the sort of northeastern direction, exactly from the rhino towards us. If we had a better sense of smell, we'd be able to smell these. A few lazy bird calls. There's a white-browed scrub robin calling off to our east. Had a drongo a bit earlier. Pretty lazy afternoon. Oh, there's a little calf coming out a bit more. Look at that, beautiful. It's a big process when the rhino lies down. Not a huge rhino, the one that just laid down, but still big enough. Probably about 1.2 tons or so. 2,000, 2,500 pounds. Big chunk of meat. And bone and skin and horn as well. Let's move a little bit, see if we can maybe get a clearer look here somewhere. To move again. See, this one maybe just starting to start feeding a bit earlier. It's a younger rhino. It's a bit tricky to guess or estimate the exact ages when they get to this size, but probably about 5 years, 4.5, 5 years old. Just in the growing process as well, so it maybe needs to spend a bit more time feeding. Make sure that it gets nice and big, just like mum and dad one day. Speaking of which, rhinos have got a fairly sort of a loose-ish social structure. Your white rhinos, the bull and the cow doesn't actually stay together, so this calf wouldn't have grown up knowing its father at all. They just mate, and as I said this morning as well, very long gestation, about 16 months, so quite a little while, almost 2 years. In that time, obviously, the bull moves on and maybe even changes areas. But then what happens is the calf will stay with the mother for as long as possible, really, normally until she has a next calf. That can be anything from about, at shortest, just over 2 years, up to about 4 years or so, that calf will stay with the mother. Then she has her next calf, and then most of the time the older calf will move away from the mother. The mother will push it away, and then quite often join back again. There's a bit of a long explanation how that all works, but so the mother might have a calf, and the older calf will leave for a while, maybe a few weeks or a few months at most, and then come back and join up again with the female and her then new calf, the younger calf, especially if the older calf is a female as well. So very often you'll find an adult female with maybe a 3-4 year old sort of sub-adult if you want, and then a new young calf, 2-3 months or 5 months old. So again, it's difficult to say exactly what's going on here, but the group that we saw earlier this morning, 3 of them, of which one was a mature female and the other 2 were sort of young adults if you want, 5 years old or so. It could be that big female with the little calf is related or is the mother of one of those two other sub-adults. I know this is a long explanation. I don't know if I lost you along the way there, but that could be why they've grouped up. Or it could also just be that they're in the same area. So that female with the little calf decided, oh, there's 3 other rhino, we're going to hang around together. There's no sort of major animosity between different rhinos. They're happy to hang out together, maybe for a few hours, maybe for a few days, and then they'll go their separate ways again. The big bulls are typically solitary. They move around and mark their middens and check their areas and push other bulls around and make sure they stay dominant, and then obviously mate with females if they find estrus females. You can see the mother quite nicely there. The calf has got a knack for being just behind a bush or a termite mound all the time. It's a gift. That's the beautiful female. We spent quite a bit of time with her this morning. Calf there just to her right. Hope it's going to come out a bit more. Look, she turns. Unfortunately, the calf is also staying in mum's shadow the whole time, so it makes it even harder to see it. Patience will normally be rewarded out here. It's by patience that most things survive out here. I think she also wants to lie down again. At the moment, the only one standing, well, I was going to say is the female and her calf, but the calf just laid down. You could probably see the movement there next to her in the shadow. I think just from the way she's moving and swaying, I think she's also keen to lie down and sleep again. She's just a little bit more jumpy than the others, with us being here, obviously, in her nature, but also, of course, she's got a little youngster to look after. Very honest with you, I can see that she wants to lie down. And having seen her behavior for a bit, as soon as she lies down and we decide to move on, she's going to have to jump up again, and that's going to make the calf jump up and make the others jump up. So I think we're going to just slowly move on, let them have a bit more rest. It's been awesome spending time with them both this afternoon and this morning. See your head just coming up, just aware of us.